What's up, guys, and welcome to Weapons Review. I don't know what's happening in the world of horror, but I'm f***ing happy. There was a dark era of horror movies that were just dog shit. Year after year, nothing good came out. And now it just seems like we're getting people who truly love the genre are starting to make these films. Jordan Peele, the Philippa brothers, Robert Eggers, and now you got Zach Cregger. If you've seen Barbarian, you know what I'm talking about. You can definitely feel Zach's director-isms within the movie, and I love that. I love when you can feel a director's style just as a through line through all of their films. It's so fucking awesome, especially when it comes to good horror. He's taking the things that worked in previous film and just implementing it into this new story, and it just fucking works. Even giving us a little Justin Long cameo, you know what I'm saying? Justin Long was a big part of Barbarian, and he just had a little part in this movie, and I wish he had a bigger part, dude. I wanted him to be in it longer. If you've seen the trailer, you know what's up. Group of kids, all from the same classroom, get up out of bed at 2:17 in the morning and run off into the night with no explanation, no reason why, nowhere to be found. Parents are outraged, innocent people getting attacked for no reason. This movie felt like a horror version of Pulp Fiction mixed with Prisoners. This is a genuinely great missing child movie. And the Pulp Fiction aspect, getting different storylines following different characters and it all puzzling together perfectly, it was just like so awesome. I love that feeling of being able to put the stories together and realizing like, oh wait, that's why that person was doing this. Holy f***, this is great, you know? For example, there's this character that we follow like halfway through the movie that's just a junkie. Nothing really connected to any of the other characters. You're a little confused as to why he's here and why we're following him. I thought his story was over. Why are we still talking about this guy? Getting his POV, we see him just doing regular junky things, trying to rob people to get money for that next hit. And then we slowly see him, unfortunately, get tangled up into this crazy situation. And if I was a thief who robbed houses and I saw this movie, I think I wouldn't rob houses anymore. Ever. Zach Cregger has a way of using his cinematography to make something as simple as a doorway with no light in it feel so uneasy, making you hold your breath, or simple camera motions. Like, he used a lot of these over-the-shoulder shots where you would see almost from like the POV of the character just looking into darkness and dimly lit areas, and you're just like, please stop doing this. Cinematography in this movie was just like fucking A1. And there's something about recent horror films like Bring Her Back, Long Legs, Hereditary, and now Weapons. It feels like there's like this ghostly filter over the film, almost like Silent Hill, giving you this feeling of like something doesn't feel right, whether it be day or night, whatever environment you're in, it doesn't feel right. And he doesn't shy away from the visceral stuff. There's a lot of creepy imagery where less is more and it freaks you out, but there's definitely a factor of we're gonna sit on this person stabbing a fork into his face over and over, and you're just gonna have to watch that, okay? And this movie surprisingly had a lot of heavy hitters in terms of actors and actresses. Julia Garner, she was fantastic in this movie. Josh Brolin, Benedict Wong, Alden Ehrenreich, they all just fucking did such a good job. And I love when a story gives us just enough information so we can follow it, but leaving out these gaps of information that just lend to the creepiness of the evil that's taking place. It's like if you were put in this situation and this was presented to you, it's like, all right, now you figure that out. You got that information? Okay, that's what you got. That's it. You're not in some library looking up old newspapers like old horror movies would do. It adds to the allure of the story. It makes you ponder on what truly was taking place. What was the goal of everything? It's like, that doesn't really matter. Just attack the evil. Hopefully you live. Save the kids. Ugh. And it taking place in kind of the small town where you're mostly in like the neighborhoods and small like market areas. It wasn't too crazy. It wasn't too big. It made it feel like a Stephen King book. And there was just so many twists and turns where you thought it would go in one direction. It would go in a completely different one, where you would feel a certain kind of horror taking place and then it would just completely flip into something else. Where you're like, oh, is this a psychological horror movie? We're getting these crazy dream sequences. We're getting like this creature, almost it-like, tormenting some of these characters, to having like this straight up zombie monster dude trying to murder people, you know what I'm saying? There also seemed to be an addiction theme that played throughout the film, Braden. There seemed to be an addiction theme that played throughout the film. Justine was an alcoholic. Paul the cop was also a bit of an alcoholic who was now sober, but you know, stuff happens. But you had the character Marcus, who was clearly a glutton, constantly eating, but it's all done pretty subtly to an extent. And I can't really say as to why this theme is pretty significant because it's a little spoilerish, but just be thinking of that when you watch the movie Weapons. Think about the addiction theme that's playing through while also being terrified. And the same as Barbarian, there was even moments of comedy that just worked. I don't know how he's able to work comedy into horror films, and it just works. It makes the characters feel more real. Like, yeah, that's how I would react to a fucked up dream. I'd wake up and be like, what the fuck was that? You know, like, just like that. Moments like that was, you know, very, very natural feeling, and definitely gives you a little breather from the horrifying shit that's happening. It's like, oh, I can breathe again. Okay, we're good. To then be followed up with, you know, some horrific scenes. But it's, you know, it's cool to see. I give this movie a Naruto run out of 10.
Believe it!
I give this movie like a 9.5 out of 10. It was really fucking good, dude. And Zach Cregger has immediately jumped to like one of my favorite horror directors. I don't remember what I gave Bring Her Back, but I don't know which one I liked more. I'm feeling like I liked Weapons more. I think this is a better horror film. But Bring Her Back was just so good. I don't know. They're both really good. Watch them both, right? Go watch Weapons in theaters. Get spooked. In theaters, it was perfect, dude. The audience screaming and laughing along with it. It just feels so fun. And yeah, watch the movie. If you want to see more videos like this, please like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications, and I will see you in the next one. So take care now, and bye-bye then. Ta-ta.